Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to those of you who are out there on live stream, whether you're watching in real time or you found us sometime later in the week or the month, or who knows when you might find us. We're going to start off by singing together this morning. And on page 7 in our songbooks, you'll find I Am Remembering Who I Am. Page 7. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering.
Good morning, everyone. So good to see you here. I'm Angie Hunter from the Leadership Council, and I'm so happy to be here this morning. It's been a whirlwind of 3, July 4th festivities filled days, parades and rodeos, and I'm like, I just need some quiet. So I think we're all in the right space. I have a few announcements this morning. So our Leadership Council Sunday Share. So I'm kind of going to go backwards in my order, but we're so excited. If you saw the newsletter, the blog that comes via email, we have an official new logo. So I have it here. It was at the top of the little newsletter. Marcia Mode Stavros kind of was the spearhead behind that, but we had an artist, Nicole Jacobson. She donated her time to kind of rework that, and we just like that it captures the mountains, the beauty, the light, our name, all in a nice, pretty logo. So thanks. Yeah, yay. Moving on.
We're gonna need t-shirts.
I feel like t-shirts are coming, right? T-shirts are coming. So the barbecue, our finger licking, toe tapping Western barbecue. I know it's all been on your mind what you're going to wear. So I can't wait to see the great outfits next Sunday. But I just wanted to say a couple more things about that. Rev Gail has generously offered to be kind of our RSVP queen. So she said, call her, email her, let her know, one, that you're coming, what you're bringing. We still need some fabulous sides brought and shared. We're kind of providing the main items, so no worries there. And we do need some help with setup and cleanup. So Rev Gayle, Gayle @gmail. And her phone number was in the blog, but 206-775-5245 if you would like to call her. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Bring your friends, bring your family. It's free. We'll have some great music, good food. Promise to have some surprises up our sleeves as well. All right. Last thing, parking lot, please do's. So please do attend all our events and park here. Leave just enough space. So without dinging your neighbor's door, kind of get as close as you can. Please do be considerate of those who need access to our front door. So if it's easy for you to walk or take the little trail at our neighbors, park over there first. Some of the events coming up, we've just been stacking the parking lot and it's great. We love it, but we kind of just need to put a little mindfulness in the parking spaces. So thank you for that. And then you do have a couple announcements. Always coffee talk with Gail. Feel free to take the little flyers out of your program home. Okay? Let's do our July's Four Agreement affirmation. So inside in the little red lettering box, we'll say that together. I speak with integrity, release what isn't mine, question my assumptions, and offer my best, knowing my best is enough. And then I welcome Alex as our prayer practitioner on up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome here in the sanctuary. Welcome online. My name is Alex Taylor, and I am a licensed prayer practitioner. And let's take a moment to be still, go within that sacred place within. Let's take a few deep breaths, feeling present, feeling the spirit, the love of this community, this morning, this brand new day. filled with opportunities, possibilities, potentiality. And I know that our hearts are connected as we expand our consciousness into God, into good, into divine presence. And I give thanks for Tom's message this morning, for RL's music. I give thanks to Duncan for providing this service to people online. And I give thanks to each one of you for being here today, for starting our service, for knowing that all is unfolding in absolute divine perfection, as together we say. And so it is. So I selected a reading today from one of Reverend Bob Grabowski's books that I found on the bookshelf last week. And it's called The Science of Successful Living by Raymond Charles Barker. And I know that Tom will be talking about the impeccability of your word today. So I found a reading that would be appropriate. And he has a very, Raymond Charles Barker has a special place in my heart because when I was a teenager, my mother would take me to listen to him in New York. And I don't know if I really was listening to the service, but he was so popular that they had to move it to Lincoln Center. So on Sundays, we would go to Lincoln Center. So I don't know. I loved his words, but I also think it was really cool going there on Sunday morning. So anyway, and I also have Reverend Bob Grabowski's New Yorker bookmark with animals on it. So here we go. And the name of God and your subconscious. You are alive because the divine intelligence needs you as a vehicle of its own greatness. Flowing with a divine pattern, you give creative ideas to your subconscious and have your heaven right where you are. Your work is easy and your burdens are light. You accomplish with little effort and no strain, for your subconscious is freed of conflict, and your goals are certain to you and the creative process which brings them to completion. You then take your right place in the scheme of things as a co-worker and co-creator with the divine. God loves a creative man. Your right use of mind makes you beloved of God and respected. The subconscious mind is your friend. Do not fear it. Do not believe the negatives which the world has placed within it. Consciously knowing the truth, you subconsciously embody it and you demonstrate it. This is life lived from the highest viewpoint. This is the high plateau whereon you join the great, the wise, and the true. Free from the delusion of evil, you live in the consciousness of God. Each day bears watching. Your moods need scrutiny. Your ideas should be selected as wisely as you would choose a diamond. When dedicated, clear thinking is engendered in the subconscious, you are a fulfilled being. You are the spiritual pioneer for those who have not yet found this path. And then I'm going to leave you with this treatment that he writes. I now dedicate my whole area of mind to the divine purpose of creative living. I refuse to be an average person with mediocre results in life. God placed me within the genius of spirit. I am no longer in bondage to the past, mentally or emotionally. Every limited pattern in my subconscious is now obliterated by this treatment, which is the Word of God. I consciously think new and greater ideas, and these are now subconsciously the cornerstone of my thinking. Therefore, through the action of God in me, there now appears in my world increased good in every form. And so it is. All right.
Thank you, Alex. Good morning, everyone. Whoa, let's try that again. Thought of the day. I've been bragging for the last few weeks about the fact that my dog isn't afraid of fireworks. And that only if he's awakened in the middle of the night does he bark at them. Well, that used to be true. My dog is still not afraid of fireworks. But yesterday he decided that it was important to bark at each and every firework that went off, all the way to the last ones at about 1:30 this morning. And we talked about it. We sat together, me silent, him barking. We went outside to see that it was okay. We came inside and closed the door so that the neighbors wouldn't have to hear the fireworks and my dog barking. And then I realized how wise my dog is. At age 11, he has a different point of view. And so he expressed it over and over and over again. But I was calmed at 1:30 in the morning when I finally got it, that something was different in his world, and those fireworks were bugging the heck out of him, and he was going to make some noise about it. And I started to wonder if I could be as wise as my 11-year-old dog. And the things that are new in my life that are bugging me, or upsetting me, or concerning me, or moving me, or exciting me, that I might be willing to, in a new way, in a different way, make some noise about it. Vanya was. It got my attention, and so I started to wonder if I could do the same. I don't know. I'll let you know down the line. But Vanya used his words with great focus and impact. Ooh, something great is happening. Love has taken hold and it won't let me go. Now, something here is calling us forward, upward motion. We're drops in one ocean. Roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of the new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference, and let's stand together. Share your dreams with the world that's waiting for the change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatest. Let's stand together now. Every day is a chance you can do something amazing, to feel your passion blazing and shine. Paint with every vision and dance to new directions. Explode to new heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of the new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference, and let's stand together. Share your dreams with a world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatest. Let's stand together now. Let's stand together now. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world, 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 one dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. If you don't know him, this is Tom Poole.
Thanks, RL.
Thanks, Tom.
There's a lot of stuff down here.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. As RL mentioned, my name is Tom Poole. I also am a licensed spiritual practitioner here at Light on the Mountains. And it is my honor and my privilege to speak with you this morning. I don't know if any of you noticed the fireworks on Friday night. I went out into my yard at 11:30 and looked north, and there were little fingers of light pushing up behind the hills. The northern lights were quite they weren't very colorful until you take a picture of them, and I don't know how that works, but they were definitely northern lights. So I guess it's too late to see them now, but maybe in the future. So this month, I guess there's this next 4 weeks, Gal has decided that we are going to study and speak on the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And this class is taught here. It has been taught here. So some of you may have taken that, but this is a wonderful book. If you don't have it in your library, I highly recommend it. It's very easy reading. And so let's start out with a question. If every word we spoke today became a brick in the house that we live in tomorrow, what kind of house would we be building? Would it be spacious or confining? Filled with light or shadow? Strong and welcoming or fragile and fearful? Most of us think that words are merely descriptions of reality, and that's how we use them. That's how the collective has decided that we speak with each other. But both Don Miguel Ruiz and Ernest Holmes teach something far more profound. Words are creative. Words carry energy. Words shape experience. A word can heal. A word can inspire. A word can imprison. And a word can liberate. In the first agreement, be impeccable with your word, it's not simply advice about speaking kindly, although that is important. It's an invitation to recognize the sacred creative power every time we think, speak, pray, affirm, bless, judge, encourage, or condemn. The words we speak become the house that we live in. So Don Miguel Ruiz, as Gal mentioned in her blog, tells us that the word impeccable comes from the Latin peccatum, which means sin. And if you put the I am in front of that, it means without sin. Not sin in the traditional moral sense. Rather, it's about not using the word against ourselves or others. He teaches that the word is power. It has power. That the word is carrier of energy. They enter our consciousness like seeds entering fertile soil. One encouraging sentence can stay with someone for decades. One harsh criticism can shape a person's self-image for years. I'm sure many of you have had these experiences where you can remember back to something very positive or very negative that was said to you in your early childhood. And it still is in your consciousness. Many of us are still living inside houses built from words spoken over us as children. You'll never amount to much. You're not smart enough. You can't do that. Or perhaps, I believe in you. You are loved. You can do anything you put your mind to. As Lao Tzu reminds us, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Lao Tzu, he says, watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your actions. Watch your actions, for they become your habits. Watch your habits, because they become your character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Ruiz reminds us that the word can create heaven or hell, not as a place we go to, but a place we exist in right here and right now. The same mouth that blesses can curse. The same voice that heals can wound. And the first agreement asks us to be conscious of this creative force that we carry, we speak every moment of every day. Be careful with our words, he says. Ernest Holmes reminds us why our words possess such power in the first place. Many of us probably grew up hearing the opening verse of John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And at first glance, we might assume that the word simply means spoken language. When we also made a lot of assumptions. I know I grew up thinking that God was a white man with a white beard, in a white robe, sitting on a white cloud, speaking impeccable English. Right? I don't think that's how it works. So the original Greek word used by John was logos. For both Greek philosophers and Jewish mystics, logos meant far more than speech. It referred to the divine intelligence behind creation, behind the universe, the ordering principle of life, the creative power that brings harmony from chaos, the invisible wisdom through which all things come into being. So, logos isn't something that God says. It is God. It is the creation. The Word was God. The Greeks understood logos as the rational principle underlying existence. Jewish theology understood God's Word as the active power through which creation emerged. So it's not information. The Word was not information. And it still is not, although we use it in that sense. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how we communicate. But the word was and still is causation. The word was and still is creative action. And John combines these traditions and makes this remarkable statement. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. And we think was meaning in the past, but it still is. Therein lies eternity, the Word. Not separate from God, not an instrument that God picked up and used and discarded, but God, the source of creation, expressing itself. The creative impulse of spirit becoming visible, as Ernest Holmes would say. For Holmes, the word is not merely language either. The word is consciousness directed with intention. It's the movement of spirit into form. That's our universal symbol. I think it was Cynthia who wrote it and showed it in one of her talks. Anyways, it's the divine idea seeking manifestation, seeking demonstration through us. So Holmes teaches us that every creation begins in consciousness before it appears in experience. This is what he calls involution, the inward movement of spirit into idea before the outward movement into manifestation or demonstration. Involution leads to evolution. Spirit conceives, mind accepts, the word declares, and life responds. Or we might say that every house is built twice. First in consciousness, then in form. And we experience this here using this philosophy. I am privileged to experience this every Wednesday with my fellow practitioners. But all of you are practitioners as well and can experience this every single moment that you declare you are a practitioner of this philosophy. It is the conscious use of the creative word. Again, I am privileged every Wednesday to meet with these fellow practitioners. In fact, I met with one at the after the Grabowski Memorial was that last week? Whenever that was. And we were talking about it, and we got so excited. She'd had some medical issues, and she thanked us for the prayers that we supplied to her. And she says it worked. And I said, of course it works. And she said, I know. Why don't we do this more? It works. This works. We have the power to use this tool. It is the deliberate alignment of thought, word, and spiritual law, not hope or wish. We do not get together on Wednesday and go, oh, God, please help us. No, we direct our consciousness into the creative mind, and it responds to us. When Holmes says that the word contains within itself the power to execute itself. He is saying that truth carries its own creative authority. When you speak the truth, you speak the word. Just as an acorn contains the blueprint of an oak tree, the spiritual word contains within itself the power of its own fulfillment. The power of its own fulfillment. So here's where Don Miguel Ruiz, the Apostle John, and Ernest Holmes all meet at the same doorway. Ruiz reminds us not to misuse the word. John tells us that the word is divine. Holmes tells us that the word is creative law. Together, they suggest a profound truth. The words we speak are not merely sounds leaving our lips. They are the building materials and the architecture of our lives, the lives of others, and all of creation. Every word lays another brick. Every belief adds another beam. Every declaration either opens another window or it builds another wall. The words we speak become the house we live in. And make no mistake about it, as the politicians would say, every day we are building. The question is not whether we are creating on a daily basis, The question is, what are we creating? Think about some of these common statements. I never have enough. I'm too old. Nothing ever works out for me. Why does this happen to me? People can't be trusted. The world is falling apart. Most of us think that those are innocent observations, but they are the creative power of the word. Holmes would suggest that these are creative thoughts, acts. Your thoughts are things. The energy leaves you and joins the rest of the energy in creation. Ruiz would call them unconscious agreements. Each statement becomes another board nailed into the structure that we're building. Thoughts plus feeling become experience. The house becomes dark when fear supplies the building materials. The house becomes spacious when truth supplies those same materials. So what words are we speaking over our relationships, our health, our finances, our future? What kind of house are we building? Don Miguel Ruiz also is remarkably direct about the misuse of the word, as Gail mentioned in her blog. He identifies gossip as one of the most destructive expressions. So what is it in the human species? What's the one main thing that holds us all back? It is fear. It is fear. Why? It's just part of our human ego, our human nature. The fear that somebody's going to take something we think is ours, or somebody's going to get something we think is ours, or take from us what we have. It's fear. And so we talk about others. We spread fear, we spread judgment, we spread separation and false identity. And we think it's innocent because this person we're speaking about isn't in the same place, the same room. But where do those thoughts come from? From within us. It's the consciousness of the speaker. It is every judgment within us creates more judgment. It strengthens the habit of judging. Every criticism rehearses separation. Every fearful story strengthens fear. The purpose of fear is to create more fear. And Holmes would agree with this completely. Every word is first impressed upon the consciousness of the one speaking it. Before a word reaches another person's ears, it passes through our own minds. We drink from the well that we pour for others. What are we pouring? We all engage in self-talk. Some of us more than others, sometimes more than others within us. But many of us speak to ourselves in ways we would never speak to a friend or a family member. I'm guilty. Tom, you idiot. I do it to myself all the time. And the first agreement invites us to stop using the word against ourselves. We have the ability to love others, but first we must learn to love this. If I can't love this, who I am, I can't help love you. I can't love you. So let's watch that self-talk. This isn't about becoming the word police, going through Atkinson's and going, don't say that. Right? It all starts within this, and then we can help others. But we don't have to become the word police. The purpose is to become conscious rather than compulsive. Am I conscious of the words I speak? What if every word just became a blessing? What if every conversation became an opportunity to reveal truth? What if we consistently spoke possibility instead of limitation, compassion instead of criticism, truth instead of fear, love instead of separation. Holmes again teaches that the word contains within itself the power to accomplish its purpose. You don't need to send it anywhere. It is right here. The power is right here. When our words align with truth, we cooperate with the creative movement of life itself. So Holmes reminds us that when we speak from spiritual conviction, we're not merely expressing a wish. We are using creative law. And I quote, "The word, as power, must know that it breaks down every man-made law and casts it out. That it is the law of harmony and the recognition of the presence of good. That within itself, it is unbounded and equipped with the power to execute itself. And it must know that it does this. It must know that there is nothing that can change it, that there is no belief which can hinder it, that it cannot be reversed, misplaced, mislaid, neutralized, or destroyed by any opposing force. That it does the thing it is supposed to do. It works." That's my commentary. "And it must know that it is continuous and unremitting and will operate until it does all it is supposed to do." That is powerful. That is the word. That is the words that we speak. So my notes say this week, but forget that. Starting now, before speaking, perhaps we might pause. Will this word I speak build a prison or build a home? Will it strengthen fear or reveal truth? Because the words we speak become the house we live in. All right, we're going to let Ernest take us home here. So I'm going to read his treatment. This is page 56 in The Science of Mind, How to Use It. I am a center in the divine mind, a point of God-conscious life, truth, and action. My affairs are divinely guided and guarded into right action, into correct results. Everything I do, say, or think is stimulated by the truth. There is power in this word that I speak, because it is of the truth and it is the truth. There is perfect and continuous right action in my life and my affairs. All belief in wrong action is dispelled and made negative. Right action alone has power, and right action is power, and power is God, the living Spirit Almighty. This Spirit animates everything that I do, say, or think. Ideas come to me daily, and these ideas are divine ideas. They direct me and sustain me without effort. I am continuously directed. I am compelled to do the right thing at the right time, to say the right word at the right time, to follow the right course at all times. All suggestions of age, poverty, limitation, or unhappiness is uprooted from my mind and cannot gain entrance to my thought. I am happy, well, and filled with perfect life. I live in the Spirit of truth and am conscious that the Spirit of truth lives in me. My word is the law unto its own manifestation and will bring to me or cause me to be brought to its fulfillment. There is no unbelief, no doubt, no uncertainty. I know, and I know that I know. Let every thought of doubt vanish from my mind, that I may know the truth, and the truth may set me free. I am word through this intention and treatment. Word. I am word. And so it is.
Thanks, Tom. That is a great reminder of how powerful we truly are at every moment that we choose to use these two things and the sound that comes out of them. I kept hearing, with great power comes great responsibility, Star Wars. And then I went back to Vanya and I was like, man, he had some conviction behind his story. And then I thought about RL, who took a moment and was able to sit with that and even change his perspective of what the story was in his mind. And I was like, oh, we're back to impeccable word. So where Tom was teaching us that how we speak to ourselves on the inside really is where it starts, because how RL received Vanya's message was able to change by looking inside. So great work, guys. Great work. Good stuff. Okay, time for our offering. So thank you if you gift from online, if you give auto debit, if you give in time and talent, we appreciate you. Your generosity keeps us going, able to keep our lights on and keep our hearts open as we take all these lovely messages and teachings out into the world. So if you do gift automatically each month, grab a little purple card and we'll say our offering affirmation together. And it's on that inside cover of your program, I believe. So when everyone's ready, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal, bless, and prosper. It is evidence of my faith, gratitude, and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly.
You are the light of love. I am the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love. You are the light of peace. I am the light of peace. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of peace. You are the light of joy. I am the light of joy. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of joy. You are the light of hope. I am the light of hope. You are the light, and I am the light. So we are the light of hope.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who supports Light on the Mountain financially through our donations or volunteering. Let's see here. Preparing to give. giving. We've all given. It doesn't matter. It's the blessing. Thank you. This took me by surprise, if you don't notice that. So I bless these gifts. I bless all who have partaken of giving, all who give not just money, but their time and their efforts and their words and their conscious love, peace, and presence that makes Light on the Mountains what it is. So I bless us all. I bless us as we leave this service and go to the social hall. And I encourage anyone who needs words spoken to join Alex in the office just down the hallway for treatment. So thank you all, bless you all, and together we say, and so it is.
So it is. We'll close.
Other practitioners too. Alex runs out.
Anne says she's available also.
We're gonna conclude today by singing together, but I would like to invite any of you that are comfortable doing so to come on up front with me and to stand up, come up and make a grouping up here. And I'll tell you why. You don't need your books, don't worry. If you're more comfortable staying where you are, stay right where you are. And as we all gather here in front, would you look at that camera up there and give a wave to Reverend Gail? Hey, Gail! And then would you look at the camera up there and give a wave to everyone else? And then would you echo my words? You are loved. You are loved. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are a gift in my life. You are a gift in my life. One more time, you can echo again. You are loved. You are, you are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are a gift in my life. You are a gift in my life. Thanks, everybody.